Our top story tonight, President Moon Jae-in will be heading to Japan this week for the G20 Summit in Osaka. There, the president is likely to stress the importance of peace to the region's economies.
And while the president is set to take part in a number of multi- and bilateral meetings with other leaders, the Blue House has confirmed that there will not be a bilateral summit with the host nation of Japan. Shin Se-min starts us off.
Attending the two-day G20 Summit in Osaka this week from the 28th, President Moon Jae-in is set to highlight the virtuous circle of peace and economic ties on the Korean Peninsula and in Northeast Asia.
The president plans to define the Moon administration's policy direction on the Korean Peninsula as pursuing complete denuclearization and establishing ultimate peace in the region. He will also explain how peace and economic cooperation are linked together.
The president's reference to peace and economy is likely to be announced with the world leaders on day 2 of the summit. And in the G20 sessions, the president is also set to hold talks on global issues, including economy, trade, investment, and environment. As for sideline diplomacy at the G20, the Korean leader has 7 summits lined up, both in the form of formal meetings and pull-asides. Those countries include China, Russia, Canada, Indonesia, and Argentina. Not on the list, though, is Japan. An official at Seoul's top office added that although Korea was ready for talks with Japan, it seemed as though Japan was not, the first such confirmation from the presidential office. When asked whether that might change once the leaders are on site, the official said that a summit can happen whenever Tokyo wants one. Observers think a summit might be possible after Japan's upper house election next month, since relations between the two are considered a touchy political issue. Ties between the two neighbors went south most recently after Korea called on Japan to consider compensating the victims of forced labor by voluntarily establishing funds from Korean and Japanese firms. That was a counterproposal to Tokyo's demand that an arbitration panel be formed on the issue, which stems from Japan's colonial rule of the Korean Peninsula in the early 1900s. Korea's presidential office may have left the door open to a last-minute summit meeting with Japan, but the general consensus seems to be that one is unlikely, given the two countries' differences over history and the sensitivities over the upcoming Japan's election. Shin Se-min, Arirang News.